Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another sales report. All the stuff that I sold on eBay. We are looking at the time period of July 25th to the 31st, 2022. This was a good week. I didn't do one of these videos last week because I had COVID and I wasn't feeling good and my sales were pretty crappy. But I figured, you know what, I can show this week's and we'll compare it to that week before that I didn't do a video and you kind of get an idea of where I was at. But I don't know that anybody really necessarily enjoys these videos anyway. I feel like that they're a good thing for me to kind of keep myself accountable and to look at the numbers and dive into that stuff. But as far as entertainment value and people that actually like to watch these, I don't know. Are you out there? Do you like these? Should I keep making them? I think Kelly's going to say, Kelly's the reason that I'm making this video. She's my best friend, and it really throws her day off whenever I don't make a video. So I almost contemplated not making this today, but then I was like, you know what? I've already not delivered a video this week for Kelly. So thanks, Kelly, for the motivation. So last week we had a pretty good week, $412.13 worth of sales with selling costs of $191.62, shipping and fees. That left us with $202.83 in our pocket. That does not take into account how much money I spent on the actual items. I do keep track of that, but just know that that's not calculated in here, so that's not exactly pure profit. But we'll dive into some insights here. We had 18 total buyers. Once again, no repeat buyers. Our big category this past week was clothing, shoes, and accessories. No super surprise there. We had some toys up there at the top of the list too. That's kind of good. Here's a bar graph. Here's our fees. So we had $76 worth of fees, $115 worth of labels for shipping. So that's where all those fees came in. And then here's everything that we sold. So I think instead of going into these like individually, I'm just going to do it from this menu. I don't know that it really necessarily matters because I like this screen quite a bit because it actually tells you like what your net sales are after the shipping label and all that other stuff. So I made these one-wheel vinyl decals long ago. I wonder if I can zoom into that if that helps at all. Yeah, it kind of does a little bit. The picture's blurry, but yeah. So I made these. I ordered like 50 of them, of these right here and these right here. I've sold, like maybe 10 or 15 of them to this point. I think I've made my money back at this point. So yeah, we had a lot of 3, and I got $4.04 in total. That's gonna be a little distracting going back and forth like that. I don't know. That's the bad part about doing that from this page is you can't really see what the items are. So I guess I will click into them. Here's a Ritz 4-slice toaster appliance cover. White on white background. I don't know why I bought this. It was super cheap. I know that. I had maybe a quarter into it. Didn't know what I was looking for. This was way back in the infancy of my reselling journey. And it did sell finally for a whopping $225 plus a ridiculous amount of shipping. I made some money on the shipping there because it didn't cost $8.70 to ship that bad boy. Finally sold these Chicago Bulls NBA shorts. These are pretty old. They're Adidas. I mean, you can see like the logo's pretty beat up there. But I had them listed for $8. They finally sold. I don't think that they were that heavy that I had to ship them priority, so I think I made some money on shipping on those as well. Somebody got a bargain on an Under Armour hoodie, $6 plus shipping. Finally sold one of these Leap Start things. I bought like a big lot of these. I haven't sold any of them until now. The person that bought this messaged me and asked me if I tested it. I said no, and then they messaged me back and were like, well, I'm going to buy from you because you accept returns and the other person doesn't. And I was like, okay, great. Well, if you're going to return it, you're going to have to pay for return shipping. So keep that in mind on your $3 item. I swear I'm not mean or snarky. It's just like, come on. Pair of Brooks shoes. Again, they go for super cheap. Like I watch Harry Tornado and he's buying Brooks and he's selling them for $60-$70. Where are those at? Those Brooks shoes that sell for that? That's not my experience. $10, $15, maybe $20 is what I'm getting out of some pre-owned Brooks. And these were in really good shape. Really good shape. Really nothing wrong with them. This was one of those buys that I pretty much immediately regretted. It was like, why am I doing this? I did it in order to test out the system to kind of see whether or not it would be something that would sell, but it's got really nice stitching on it. It's a nice heavyweight t-shirt, but I was just trying to think of the person that goes on eBay and buys a Cozumel, Mexico shirt that you would buy in a souvenir stand in Cozumel. Maybe they're trying to get out ahead of it. Like if you bought this in Cozumel, it'd be $20, $30, $40 maybe. So maybe that's it, and they're going to give their loved ones this second-hand used eBay shirt as a souvenir for the trip. Maybe, I don't know. I have fun imagining where that's gonna go. I am an accumulator of things, and I was an accumulator of hats for a long while, just trying to find the perfect one. I have a really large head, so it's hard to find hat. Like, I can't buy a hat online because usually it's just not going to fit. Even fitted hats, they all just fit a little bit different. This one actually did fit, but I just really never wore it anymore. It was just kind of like, I don't know, the proportions were kind of wonky on it, so sold it on eBay, $9 plus shipping. I was very happy to sell this digital picture frame because it was another one that whenever I bought it, I was like, do people still want these? Or like, is this ever going to sell? To my surprise, it didn't stay in my store all that long, really. Sold for my full asking price, $10 plus shipping. Pretty good pickup here. I didn't budge on the price on this. I had some people that lowballed me offers throughout a couple of months that it was listed, but I stood fast. It's a Levi's button-up jean shirt. Felt good about the brand, felt good about the condition, and I wanted full price, and I got it eventually, $20 plus shipping. I thought I was going to get a return on this one. I picked these up like right after Christmas. They clearanced all these out for $7 a piece, and I bought 10 of them, and I've been sitting on 10 of them since January, and it's now August, so a long time. So I was happy to see this one move, but I got a message from the person that bought it yesterday, and they said something to the effect of, it's a Beyblade Burst Surge Speedstorm and not something else that apparently was in the title. This right here, Slayer Showdown. So like what I did was I just went and copied somebody else's listing and I used their keywords. And apparently Slayer Showdown is something different than what I've got here. It does say Speedstorm in there, but it also says that. So I guess the buyer thought that they were getting Slayer Showdown, even though I had pictures of that. But they were cool with it. They were like, no big deal, not a problem, just wanted to let you know. And I was like, you're an awesome person. Thank you for that, because I was prepared to give them, like a refund or whatever they wanted, but they were good. They just wanted to let me know that I had an error in my listing. So for the other, I think 6 of them that I've got, I've corrected that in my my further listings that I've got for that item. Sold some Chacos. I think I paid $30 or $35 for these, brand new on Amazon. It was a slick deal of the day. I think they retail for like $45 or $50. They came in the mail. I tried them on. They just were not for me. So I was like, I'll just turn around and flip them on eBay real quick. Left the tags on them, thankfully. Still had the box. So like all the shipping materials as well. Just packaged it all back up, and out it went to this person. And I really was only out a couple of bucks because of like fees and stuff like that. This is a weird one. I bought this for $0.25, local thrift store. I tested it. It does work. It does give you a little shock whenever you're like playing hot potato and you're passing it around. It gives you a little shock. It's kind of crazy. But the total value for this order was like $60-something. Somebody overseas wound up purchasing this, and it shipped through the global shipping program. But I was very pleased to sell it for $20 plus shipping. Pretty wild. Speaking of very pleased to have sold this because I sold this right after I received it. This is a VIP Lego exclusive print that you had to pay VIP points for. There was limited to 5,000. I listed it as soon as I got it because I wanted to strike while the iron was hot. It sold to somebody. They opened it up. They said, it's not really what I wanted. And then they requested a return. eBay automatically approved it. They shipped it back on their dime. And at that point, I was like, well, I'm not going to get probably my full asking price, but I'll go ahead and list it. To my elation, it did still receive my full asking price of $50 like 2 months after it came out. I think it came out like around May the 4th for that promotion, so glad that one sold. Nice little classic Corvette t-shirt lot here that I found. Each one of these shirts I probably spent 50 cents on. At the thrift shop, you can load up a bag of clothes for $3. And right now, actually, it's buy one bag of clothes, get one free. So I got all of these in size large, and then I've got another lot of Corvette classic t-shirts in extra large as well that I'm still sitting on. Had them listed for $50, but to turn basically maybe $3 into $35, I would do that every single day of the week. I was pretty excited about that sell. Sold another Pokemon code card. Hooray. So I just take a picture of these code cards and send them away so there's no postage. eBay takes about 50 cents, so you're left over with 50 cents on here, but it's not very much effort, and it's I can do something with the code cards instead of just throwing them away, so that's a nice thing. Last item to share with you guys is this Ford racing hat. I just bought this maybe 2 weeks ago, and it sold for $10.99, a best offer. I think I had it listed for $14.99. I was ready to go ahead and part with it. I'm really, really happy with this mannequin head. That's like one of the best things that I've purchased because it makes hats look so much better. Like if I didn't have that mannequin head and that hat was just sitting down, it would crumple in and crinkle in depending on the kind of hat. It just does so much, I think, for the presentation of the hat and the way that it looks, and I think that definitely helped. It definitely helped to get it sold. That's everything that I sold this week on eBay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate you doing that. Let me know, are these videos any good to you? Do they do anything for you? I know they're not super entertaining. I try to bring in like some pieces of knowledge here and there wherever I can. But yeah, let me know down in the comments. Ronnie out. Oh, I did it to the wrong camera. Gengar out. Peace. Happy buying, happy selling.